Hi, my name is Amanda Church, and today I'm going to be going over my speedball lesson for my PE class. So this speedball unit would be started after we've already finished our soccer, football, and basketball units. So grade 8, standard 2. Students demonstrate knowledge of movement concepts, principles, and strategies that apply to the learning and performance of physical activities. So today's goal for the students, they want to recognize how movement skills learned in one activity can be transferred and used to help learn another physical activity. A little bit of history of speedball. So it was created in 1921 by Elmer Mitchell, and Mitchell was an intramural director at the University of Michigan. So he wanted to create a game that taught basic skills that could be utilized across a number of activities. Speedball combines the basic skills of soccer, football, and basketball. It can be played outdoors, either on a football field or a soccer field, or on a rainy day, can be played indoors on a basketball court. Rules. So when the ball is on the ground, soccer rules apply. When the ball is in the air, an aerial ball, basketball rules apply. When forward passing the ball, football rules apply. And players may not run with the ball, but are able to take 3 steps when advancing the ball. The exception for that is if soccer rules are in play, then you are able to run with the ball at your feet. Rules continued. An aerial ball may be passed and caught from player to player. However, once the ball hits the ground, it must remain on the ground until it is kicked in the air and caught by a player. A punt, place kick, throw-in, or drop kick is used to put the ball in play following an end line out of bounds. Penalties and fouls. So these are a couple of the penalties and fouls that you could experience in speedball. Handball. If a field player touches the ball with their hands after it touches the ground. Traveling. When any player takes more than 3 steps or when any player comes to a complete stop and then begins to run again. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Viciously assaulting another player with no intention of going after the ball. Goalies cannot pass the half-court line. When a violation is committed by a player, the opponent will receive a free kick or a free throw depending on what mode the play was at the time of the violation. So this is an example if we were playing on a soccer field. So the goalkeeper would be in this box right here, and they're able to advance as far as the half line on the soccer field. They cannot go any further. The fullbacks are like the defensive players, so they would be right back here. Halfbacks would be in the middle of the field, and forwards would be at the front line of the field. A little bit of terminology. Aerial ball. It's a ball that is legal to play with hands. The ball is raised into the air from a kick or a pass when it has not yet touched the ground. Dodges. So these are tactics used to avoid tackles. Ground ball. A moving or stationary ball on the ground. Throw-in. Is used to put the ball in play following a sideline out of bounds. Trapping. Stopping a moving ball with the body or feet. Volley. Playing the ball with the head or any part of the body except hands, forearms, and feet before the ball touches the ground. Scoring. So the objective of speedball is to score on the other team's soccer net, end line, or basketball hoop. So if you score a basket, that is worth 2 points, and that's when the ball is made into the basketball hoop. A goal, which would be in the soccer net, is worth 2 points, and that's when the ball advances across the goal line into the soccer net by any means except throwing it in with your hands. A touchdown. That is worth 1 point, and it's made when the ball is thrown by the offensive team and is caught by a teammate behind the end line on either side of the soccer net. So some safety. When you're guarding an opponent, you want to make sure you keep an arm's length distance between you. We don't want you right up on the player and trying to swat them or accidentally hit them in the face, because that will be a foul. And you want to make sure you keep your hands to yourself and do not hit a player when trying to get the ball, or the foul will be called. Be alert. Keep your head up and watch where you are running. And when you hear the whistle, stop, freeze, and all eyes on me. So this is also another example. The highlighted yellow sections is the goalie area. So no players are allowed to enter this area. If you want to try and score in the soccer net or on the end line, you cannot be in this highlighted area. So some equipment needed. So that yellow highlighted area that I just showed will be surrounded by cones. So that will also reinforce where players are not allowed to be in. Players will be wearing different colored pennies or jerseys. That way they know who's on their team. These are the types of balls that will be utilized while we're playing. So they're allowed to be kicked, you can throw them, and they could be made into the basketball hoop. And some nets that we could use are displayed below. Okay, so now I wanted to show you a quick short video about speedball, and this one is being played indoors. Okay, now that you have seen that video and we've gone over speedball, let's go ahead and head outside and start playing.